again to my channel. I am your presenter, Anush Harrison Jackson. Today we shall be looking at understanding comprehension and poetry for CSEC English. More specifically, we shall be looking at questions on the past paper, June 2013. I trust that you find this presentation beneficial. If you have found it to be so, remember to tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. Specific objectives. The specific objectives are at the end of the presentation, students should be able to 1. List the various skills that are tested when they have to complete a comprehension activity. 2. Explain the importance of the interpretive skill. 3. Differentiate between recall questions and inferential questions. 4. Discuss how to approach poetry and comprehension for CSEC English. 5. Read a given poem and comprehension on June 2013 past paper and answer the questions. And last but definitely by no means least, check their scores and evaluate the rank in terms of their readiness for the upcoming CSEC English A Paper 1 examination. Is comprehension. What is comprehension? Think about it. According to Johnson AP 1998, comprehension is the act of constructing meaning with text. So if you're thinking along that line, you are indeed correct. The reader plays an active role filtering, organizing, interpreting, and generating relationship with the incoming information. Comprehension is an interaction between word identification, knowledge, and comprehension skills. Now, can you think about the comprehension skills based on that definition that are tested when you are required to complete a comprehension activity? If you're able to answer that question, please post your responses in the chat below or the comment section below. The comprehension skills tested when you are required to do a comprehension activity are as follows. reading skills, your vocabulary skills, your knowledge of sentence construction and cohesion knowledge, your analytical and interpretative skills are also tested. Is the interpretive skill. Let's look at it that analytical and interpretive skills are used to closely examine ideas, to identify assumptions, reasons, and claims, and to gather detailed information from paragraphs or extracts. The analytical and interpretive skill is important when examining a comprehension passage as it will allow the students to make associations and draw inferences. This will prevent them from misinterpreting the writer's intention or message. Notice the sense of unease or awkwardness on Diane's face when she discovers that Mr. Jefferson is not the butler but the owner. Misinterpretation should be avoided at all costs when attempting to answer comprehension questions. Let's see how we can avoid misinterpreting a question.
Yeah, they must be real rich. Hold it, Diane. We are the Jeffersons.
Comprehension and poetry questions for the Csec examination. Here is the given approach. 1. Read carefully the given poem or comprehension passage once to get an idea of the writer's intention and message. 2. Read the given questions carefully, noting the key terms in order to avoid misinterpretation. 3. Determine whether the given question is a recall question or an inferential question, and then answer the question given. I trust that you find those tips useful. What is the difference between the recall question and the inferential question? Do you know the difference? If you do, then post your comments in the comment section. A recall question is one that will allow the students to get the answer from the given passage or extract. Basically, the answer to the given question can be lifted from the passage. For example, what is the D word referred to in sentence 2? In order to find this answer, you will have to go to sentence 2 and lift that D word that is being referred to. Recall question would be quote the line from the passage that indicate that the family were having a conflict. In order to find that response, you would have to go to the passage and quote the line that would have suggested that there is some conflict or problem in the family. An inferential question is different from a recall question. An inferential question is one that allows the students to draw their own conclusion based on what is implied or suggested in the passage. Students may use prior knowledge and or experience as well as the information from the passage to arrive at the answer or to guide their response. I trust that you have found this information useful. Now that you know the difference, let's get started on a comprehension passage as well as a poetry extract from a past paper. By Cynthia Wilson. I cannot smile today nor be pleasant today. I do not like people today, and particularly hate children today. Today I am sad. Today I am mad at everyone and everything. I hurt today. I can't love today, nor see beauty today. I wish the wind away. No, I can't be happy today. I looked down the future today and began to die today. Poetry by Cynthia Wilson. Is it A? She cannot smile. B. She does not love children. C. She cannot see beauty in anything. She cannot be sad today. Words best describes the poet mood. Is it A. Melancholic? B. Jovial? C. Reflective? Or D. Anxious? Particularly, line 4 is nearest in meaning to A. Rarely, B. Truthfully, C. Especially, or D. Sincerely. It is an example of alliteration. Is it A. Cannot smile today, line 1, B. Can't love today, line 9, C. Wish the wind away, line 12, D. Begin to die today, line 15. The poet repeats the word today for A. Consistency, B. Balance, C. Enhancement, or D. Emphasis. Question 26. I look down the future today. Line 14 is an example of, is it A. Personification, B. Simile, C. Onomatopoeia, or D. Metaphor? Question 27. The words nor see beauty, line 10, means that the poet cannot A. See her friend, B. Appreciate anything, C. Tolerate people, or D. See nature. Question 29 reads, the poet began to die, line 15, probably because A. The weather was gloomy, B. Future events did not look promising, C. She could not control her anger, D. There were too many people around her. Question 30 reads, the poet's intention is to A. Inform us of her bad day, B. Express her hatred of people, C. Show us her dislike of children, D. Tell us of her unhappy condition. Check your responses. Let's look at items 21 to 30. Question 21. Which of the following is not true of the poets today? And the answer is D. She cannot be sad today. Question 22. Which of the following words best describe the poet's mood? And the answer is A. Melancholic, which means sad. The words particularly, line 4, is nearest in meaning to especially. Question 24. Which of the following is an example of alliteration? And the answer is C. Wish the wind away. Although we have intervening words, it is still alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sounds or consonant clusters at the beginning of words. And wish and wind, all right, those are the sounds that are similar. Question 25. The poet repeats the word today for de-emphasis. Future today, line 14, is an example of D. You guessed it, metaphor. Question 27. The words nor see beauty, line 10, means that the poet cannot B. appreciate anything. Very good if you got that correct. 28. The mood of the poem can best be described as depressing. A. 29. Question 29 reads, the poet began to die, line 15, probably because A. the weather was gloomy, B. the future events did not look promising, C. she cannot control her anger, D. there were too many people around her. And the answer is B. future events did not look promising. Question 30. The poet's intention is to A. inform us of her bad day. B. express her hatred of people. C. show us her dislike of children. Or D. tell us of her unhappy condition. And the answer there is D. to tell us of her unhappy condition. I trust that you've received all 10 items correct. If you have, pat yourself on the shoulder. Well done. Comprehension passage. Read the following extract carefully and then answer items 31 to 39 on the basis of what is stated or implied. Don't take it to heart, shark. Life's got plenty lessons to teach you yet, panther. This bush does reduce you to an animal, and then you got to fight your way back to prove you are a man. You better get moving, and don't let sundown catch you before you reach Nameless River. I left half of my supply with Bulla and tonic, and poured boring water into the barrel of my rifle, tested the action of the bolt, and set out. I knew Bulla and Tonic were watching me, but I didn't look back. I walked quickly, feeling my prospecting knife strapping against my thigh. The forest darkened, and my footsteps sounded loud under the tall trees. I wasn't afraid of animals or snakes, and for the first time I felt certain that I would overtake my uncle and Santos. The only fear I knew was for the thing I was about to do with no witness but God and the forest trees. Fear was removed as I swung downhill. The sense of being alone filled me with a particular gladness. I looked up at the sun and quickened my pace. I saw Nameless River from the hilltop. The molasses black stream flowed by 100 yards away. For a long time I stood still watching every movement below and scanning the far bank of the river. I hid my balata pouch behind the roots and crouched down to wait. John Carew, The Reckoning, Caribbean Prose and Anthology for Secondary Schools, Evans Brothers Limited, 1977, page 73. The expression, this bush does reduce you to an animal, lines 1 and 2, implies that shark would A. eat like an animal, B. Walk on all fours like an animal, C. Be forced to adopt the instinct of an animal, or D. Hunt for prey like an animal for survival. Started line 6 to 7 tells us that the A. Sun had set by this time, B. Trees leaned over the river, C. The sun made trees cast shadows, or D. Trees were blocking out the sunlight. 33. The phrase molasses black, line 12, describes A. The color of the water, B. The thickness of the water, C. How slowly the water flowed, or D. How the water smelled like molasses. 4. The conclusion we may draw about Shark scanning the far bank, line 13, is that he was A. Searching intently, B. Glancing quickly, C. Peering through the bushes, or D. Looking at the trees nearby. 'Scanning the far bank, line 13, descended steadily, line 13, hit my porch, line 14, and crouched down, line 15, show that Shark is A. Looking for a friend, B. Expecting an attack from animals, C. Expecting someone who was not a friend, D. Searching for a place to camp. 36. The advice given to Shark in the first sentence was meant to warn him that A. He should not be in the bush after dark, B. He could miss seeing the river in the dark, C. He should be careful about dangerous animals in the bush, D. There were things he did not yet know about life. On the passage, the only feeling Shark did not experience was, is it A. Fear, B. Loneliness, C. Anticipation, or D. Satisfaction? 38. The concluding sentence of this extract, A. Indicates that Shark had achieved his goal, B. Summarizes the events of the passage, C. Suggests that Shark expected someone or something to appear at any moment, D. Indicates that Shark was tired and wished to take a short rest. 39. Which of the following suggested titles best suits the extract? Is it A. Nameless River, B. Lessons for Life, C. Tracking in the Bush, D. An Adventure in the Wind? Based on the comprehension passage and the poem that you have completed, what is your rank? It is important for you to evaluate your rank. Are you between 15 to 19? If you are at that level, then well done. It means that you understand how to approach comprehension and poetry. If you are 14 to 11, that means good, right? There are some areas of weakness, but you're on your way. If you are between 10 to 18 or 8 to 10, it means therefore that there are some areas, some aspect that you need to revise. Below 8, out of 19 would mean that you have a lot to do, right? So you need to revise comprehension. I trust that you have found this exercise beneficial, and God bless you in your upcoming examination. All the best.